I don't know how to overcome this problem, but there is this perpetual problem where people feel like they understand something and they actually don't, in part because they understand 80% of it or 85% of it, but um in reality their explanation sounds logical, but it's not actually the reason. I'll give you an example. Two answer choices, A and D. People are debating between A and D, and they're like, "Oh, look, okay, I get. Shoot, I chose A. I should have chose D. Here's why A is right, or here's why D is right." A says usually. That's too strong, right? They have a very specific explanation. They talk about
Mhm.
how the answer is too strong, which might actually be true. But then there's this odd thing. Um, Answer choice D says probably, which is just as strong as usually. It means the same thing, it means most. So that can't be the reason that A is
Yeah.
wrong. And yet they walk away from that like, yes, okay, cool. Next question. Let's get this. We're going to understand this. And I mean, it just requires digging into the written explanations. If they don't jive for any reason, asking questions, what you're doing, possibly hiring a tutor and saying to them, like, okay, I'm going to read this passage to myself and then I'm going to tell you everything that I think that's wrong with it. And sometimes you can get to the right answer, but you will say random things that aren't accurate. And then
Oh,
the tutor can be like, wait a sec, hold up. You got the question right, but like, that's not an intermediate conclusion. Why do you think that's an intermediate conclusion? And then, you reveal something that you don't know, but unfortunately, that question did not reveal that to you because you ended up getting it right a little bit because that skill was not necessary to get that question right, but it is necessary for future questions.